Question for Gigi. I love Farscape and all of your other work as well. Yeah, I'm right here.
Sorry.
And I stumbled on a film called Hashtag yesterday in the film festival that you were in. And I thought I heard it mentioned that that might have actually been presented to you here at DragonCon. I was wondering if that was true.
That's why I love you guys so much. I'm sorry, that's the plus. You're so elegant, eloquent with your words. I'm like, one Beck said this at the panel, it's so beautiful. It's like we're all here because of you know, and the last few jobs that I've done, like to be quite honest with you now, Brian's not here, I'm gonna say this. I was completely screwed up when Jim Henson's Creature Shop Challenge didn't get picked up again. I've moved my dog, my family, my cat, everyone over to shoot season 2, and the Sci-Fi and the Hensons had said 100% a go. And then we waited for a year, and then I got a phone call saying, oh, by the way, we're not picking it up. I was like, what? Because I had my animals here, I didn't want to put them back in quarantine, blah, blah, blah. So Hashtag was just some Farscape fans came up to me at DragonCon at the tables, and they were super meek about it and just very chilled. And, you know, they were almost nervous to ask, and I was like, please give me something to channel like crazy into. And that's how Hashtag came about. And so
It was a great film.
it's fantastic, and it's getting great recognition, great awards and stuff around the festival circuits, and that has all happened because of you guys.
Yeah, we've liked seeing the music videos that you've been dropping for DragonCon TV as well. The production value on those is
The director's over there, where is he? One of the babies.
he needs to shoot a couple of things for us. I don't have a better green screen in my basement anymore, and it was never really that great anymore. So. All right, where's our next question floating around? There we are.
Hi there. Thank you guys all for being here with us. My question is for Anthony. Dargo, when he's on the show, when he gets angry, he spits out some very interesting sounds. How exactly does that get scripted? Does someone kind of just slap a keyboard a bunch, or did they leave that up to you and say, you know, just sound like an angry alien?
Yeah, I think my friends and I used to always muck around with slow motion voice, and slow motion voice always involved putting your tongue behind your top teeth. And you don't move your tongue, I'm going to just do my slow motion voice and talk just shit. So I just put my tongue on. Yeah, the Trekkies are really clever, like they're making up a whole language and it's just me making shit up. Someone will do a PhD breaking down the phonetics at some point. I know subconsciously we're channeling this syntax and that means this and it means but there's heaps of outtakes where when we were doing that we were all just pissing ourselves laughing. Yeah. So yeah, not much thought behind just
I'm sure the master control operator driving down to these wide awake now because they just got the headphones on. What happened? Just feelings. Where's our next question? Deep.
So this question is for all three of you, but in particular for Rebecca, because this is building off of something you said at a previous panel during this con. So you said that people, like even on set, did not recognize you if you weren't in makeup. Since all three of you were in makeup throughout the series, do you ever find that you get recognized by voice? Like someone will, not have any idea who you are, and then hear your voice and realize that it's from Farscape or something else that you've done. In particular Farscape, but you get recognized by voice rather than by sight?
I don't have a great story on that, I'm afraid. So. And I'm thinking that would never happen to you because you don't talk with Starbucks, do you? Well, I don't know, do you? Night, Ollie?
which version I'm with. Whatever floats your boat.
I think we've lost Gigi for the rest of the panel.
While you're thinking of something, so for me in Australia, because I was in this quite famous film, I'm recognised daily for that, daily. So not for Farscape, but I did have this weird experience just recently. I was working in the UK, and in the one morning, just completely randomly, in the one morning, I've been in London for 24 hours. In one morning, I had two separate people walk past me, double take, stop me and go, Dargo! I wasn't talking, I was just walking past them, and you've got to be kidding me. So you are in tune enough to know this absolute random stranger walking past you, not looking like a Luxon, which I hope not. I'm always surprised, sorry, this is a slight tangent. I'm always surprised when people walk up to the autograph table and go, you don't look like, yeah, you look differently than up there. Dude, who do you expect to be walking around looking like that? Like who on the planet do you expect to be walking around looking like that? There's no one on earth walking around looking like that.
I mean, you've let
Of course the person's going to be looking different.
if you can't let your beard go that long now.
People have different amount of tentacles and tenders or whatever you call them. Anyway, that's my story.
My version of that is I know exactly when people Google me. So I meet people professionally or, through clubs or whatever, and they'll, hello Rebecca, we're having our lives, and then at some stage, something will come into the conversation about Farscape, and then they will Google me, and then they'll go, oh. There's a real drop down. I mean, Grazer has that impact on people. It's like, yes, Rebecca's all woo, and then they meet Grazer through Googling, and it all goes very serious. And I find that pretty interesting, and then I have to go, no, she's just misunderstood. And try to peg back some sort of chance of friendship.
Misunderstood on a galactic scale. Another question over here.
One question for each of you. Which episode do you each remember being the most fun filming? Because one of the things I always like watching the show, there's certain episodes that are just like, they must have been just enjoying themselves so much doing, some of these obvious, some of the crazier episodes, but just in general, when you look back, which were your favorite episodes? You're like, I really enjoyed that experience.
Being in a bath. Acting. I really like baths. I mean, I've had baths so long in my life that the water gets cold, I drain it out, I stay there, I've read whole books in the baths. I really like baths. So to act, I would never have thought that I would have the opportunity to act in a bathtub. and I did, and Rowan actually said, you really liked today, didn't you? And I really did. The bathtub was falling apart all through the whole day of shooting. And some poor woman had to keep getting in the bath when it got cold, and then they'd heat it up again, and I'd sit in there. I was thinking, that's so mean. I got to have this day-long bath and act, and I thought it was just the best day ever.
It's a bit lame to say, because every day I was just like a kid in a candy store. So even though there were so many constraints and difficulties, because my early makeup was just so hard to move in, I couldn't turn my neck, so it was really influencing my performance. But I guess I just have to say the pilot, because it's just, that's when you're first there, and just going, holy cow, this is just, am I? Just pinching yourself. And I think Lani was mentioning it yesterday. The first set I saw was Lani shooting that scene. I think that was like the first day was on a Peacekeeper thing, and Lani was on it tells a story the other day about hitting his head or walking into the door or something like that. So I just come out of whatever I was doing, rehearsing or whatever, and just walked on the set. And that set was absolutely huge. And just there was a day before I was going to be shooting my first scene, which was on the bridge of Moya, and just standing there going, how did I get here? How did I get here? It's just so, I think, I could list off every episode and why I love being there. I think that those first days and those first weeks, which is like you're just absolutely pinching yourself. And after 4 years and a gap and a Peacekeeper Wars or whatever, if you want to sort of behind the curtain comment, for me anyway, you never get blasé about it. ever. And you never get blasé about it. Like every single day you turn up, you go, how did I get here? Is this me? Really? Do I land this? It's you know. So the pilot for me is my answer.
The weirdest ep I think was John Quixote, because for me, for many reasons, I honestly didn't think that Ben liked me that much until that episode. I was like, oh, he wrote me in quite a bit, and I was like, so that was exciting. Like, because he was it was scary for me because you guys were a little bit older and obviously a lot more educated and trained in, you know, the making of film and television. So I was like, so nervous and excited. And so that was a cool episode, and it was just so wacky. I also thought he was kind of a boring American, and I'm like, you were really screwed in the head. So the truth comes out Monday panel. So that was cool. And anytime I got to do any stunts, flung around the ship, hung up with a wire, loved the wire work. I would purposely muck up takes and go, oh, I'm going to go again. And like, we know what you're doing. And like, love it. It was so cool to be a creature and be flung into space and like taking the stone, and they trained me up in kickboxing. They gave us massages once a week. I'm like, we were living the dream.
Wire work's not that much fun if you're a guy and have balls. It's still enjoyable, but you don't want to be up there all day.
So this one time I changed the subject. Next question.
Hi guys. So I have a question related to all this talk of a show revival. All of you worked very heavily with puppetry and heavy makeup and just signature Jim Henson stuff. And I was wondering if you could give us a little input on what the show would look like after the late Jim Henson, because after his input is removed and after 20 years.
So, excuse me, can I paraphrase, because I'm not sure I understood. So you're asking if Jim Henson wasn't there, what would it look like?
Well, yeah, seeing what's going on with like the Dark Crystal revival and stuff, if that were to happen with Farscape, what would it look like today? More puppetry, less puppetry?
Well, I think the fact that you've got them still not going down the CGI route with the Dark Crystal gives you I can't speak for Brian, but I think that gives us a strong cue about it. And the reason that Farscape still holds up is because CGI will always date, and if the practical aesthetics look good to your eye, then they're going to last forever. You don't need tricks. So you can stand on that set, look at Pilot, look at Dargo, look at Chandler, look at Grady, and go, wow, okay, I'm standing in front of this. I am in this world. So it will last forever, aesthetically, in that sense. So that's why I would imagine, and because they're just so great at it, that they would keep that discipline centered around the creature shop and the makeup department, and that will make it evergreen as well. So that's I would imagine it would be central. That's what differentiates them from other businesses, that skill in that area. And watching the creature shop work and evolve, and the fact that, you know, like, how many of them now? Three or four of them since Farscape have all won Academy Awards from that creature shop. That just tells you, A, their talent, but B, I'm pretty sure, and again, I'm going to speak on their behalf, but they know the grounding, the experience, the learning that they took from Farscape has certainly contributed to their success beyond it. You know? So there you go, there's no longer the answer to that.
Do we better another question on this side?
Alright, this is also sort of like the puppets. As we know, at least two of the crew members were not actual puppets, Rigel and Pilot. How hard or easy was it for you to basically act with them, to treat them like, you know, fellow performers, and, you know, get used to treating them like people when they were just, you know, puppets? Did you find any difficulties since you'd never done it?
That's one of those That's one of those questions that actors find difficult to answer, in the sense that, because you don't want to be patronising to the question asker. But for an actor, that is the simplest part. It's just imagining. You just got to imagine that, you know, imagine this, it's what your job is. You know, at a green screen, you have to imagine that that's on a stage, you have to imagine that that's this, you know, in a mine, you have to imagine that. That is your, like, baseline skill. If you cannot stand in an environment, on a set, on a stage, and imagine something, then this is not the career, not the career for you. You know what I mean? You need to be doing something else. So having a puppet in front of you, having a green screen in front of you, having puppeteers around your feet is like falling out of bed. There is nothing difficult about that.
And the animatronics looked so, like, if you look into the eyes of Rigel and the eyes of Violet, they had a soul. That you almost, in that case, like, you definitely have to imagine with the computer graphics and stuff, but the creatures were, it was weird seeing him on the side of the set when he wasn't animated, when he wasn't alive. They brought him out for Creature Shop for one of the challenges, and I burst into tears because you were connected so emotionally with them. He was like a brother, and he was a bit mouldy and he was a bit scratched up. I was like, oh, what happened to us? Dude, you know them so well. Like, remember that time there was a set, a fire on Pilot set, and there was two studios shooting at the time. It was A unit, the B unit, and they came into our set.